And as temperatures across the country continue to climb, so do the big lottery numbers.
That's right. The top prize in tonight's Powerball drawing is $1 billion.
What?
And that is actually only the third largest Powerball in history. And if that wasn't enough, Lana, get ready. The Mega Millions jackpot is now worth about $20 million.
I think $720 million.
Yeah, those numbers are very large on the screen.
They're too big to even
I can't read all the
comprehend.
numbers, it's so many.
Lilia Luciano, our colleague, joins us now. Lilia, do these numbers make any sense to you, mi amor? Because these two jackpots combined are worth about the 169th largest GDP in the world. So it's more than...
Yeah.
But combining them,
it's a lot.
It's insane. How much are we talking about?
It's a lot of money, or at least it sounds like a lot of money, but in Midtown Manhattan penthouse terms, it's really just a handful when you think about it. I mean, I've been seeing people walk in and out. I'm definitely going back in there. I wanted to make sure to talk to some folks, to hear from some folks also in my neighborhood. My family members have been blasting my phone, make sure you play. But, one of the things that you have to keep in mind, and I say this with a smile and a smirk because, $400 million is still a lot of money, is that it's not as much as it sounds when it comes to taxes. I was reading about and consulting, and we're about to interview some experts today, about just what's the most popular option, how much people actually pick. Because if you win, let's say, this $1 billion Powerball, which is expected to be drawn tonight at 11, you can get the lump sum of around $390 million, which compared to $1 billion is a big difference. Or you could have it be paid year over year for the next 29 years, and that's around 33.3 minus taxes. It's around $21 million a year. Still, of course, a lot of money. But I think, people are just excited by both the Mega Millions, which is going to be drawn on Friday. That's $720 million. And, of course, a Powerball at $1 billion. This is the third highest Powerball, as you said, ever. So what are people planning to do? Pay off student loans, buy their mom a house, the usual. Another thing that's very popular is, of course, going in with colleagues, with coworkers, going in with family members. But I thought that it was really interesting just how seriously some people take it, that they're already consulting with accountants. People are prepared to win. And so they're talking to their accountants, they're talking to their lawyers, they're making sure, to have a plan and a strategy in place, to know which family members and friends to tell and include in that. And, if you go in with someone, make sure that you have a copy of the ticket, take photos, share that. There's all these logistics that go around it, and because I had never covered this story, I am just in awe of just how hopeful Americans are that even though in Powerball it's 1 in 292 million the odds of winning it, and with Mega Million it's 1 in 302 million, that people are still making plans.
Yeah, I mean, you have a better shot at becoming president than winning, or it's basically an equal probability. Tony DeCoble had a really interesting take on this morning on CBS Mornings, where he said, basically, yes, this is an excuse for all of us to dream, but there's a lot on people who buy these tickets on a regular basis.
But not
for some of us, right? It's not a financial strategy.
Yes, exactly.
We debate this all the time, and on the store behind you, Liliana, it says lottery tickets available, but also we take EBT here, which is like a government benefit of like food stamps. And these places are in lower income places. So why do you think people love to dream through a lottery ticket specifically?
That's an interesting point, Errol, because the majority of people who play the lottery are lower income people. Richer people don't play as often. And it's, and of course that 1 in 300 million odds is considered that everyone is playing, but really the majority of people don't play. But it comes to thinking about our economy. It comes to, when you think about how upward mobility works, how difficult it is to rise in this country economically. When you think about inflation, you think about just how high interest rates, are right now for people who are in deep debt. This 1 in 292 chances of winning becomes perhaps the last hope. And yes, as Lana mentioned, it's also fun.
Right. And that's how it should be approached. Entertainment, not as a financial strategy.
Lilia Luciano, thanks so much. Grab those tickets now. We'll see you again soon.